Hello and welcome to our environmental clearance series at Enterclimate. Today we will understand how an EIA report is prepared for developmental projects. So let's start the video. An EIA report is made as per the guidelines issued by the Ministry of Environment and Forests for the development projects that are identified under the EIA notification of 2006. In 2009, the Ministry of Environment and Forest made NABERT accreditation mandatory for consultants to perform EIA in all the 39 projects identified under the 2006 notification. As the purpose of conducting EIA for any project is to obtain environmental clearance before applying to CTE, it is the first and foremost step before starting the construction. So let's understand the stages in the process of EIA one by one. The first stage is the selection of the site. Here, the project proponent must ensure that the land use status of the proposed area is consistent with the area's developmental plan. If no approved plan exists, approval from the competent authority should be obtained. Now, the projects are differentiated into categories A and B, while category B is further subdivided into B and B1. Category B1 projects along with category A require EIA, while the B2 category doesn't need the assessment process. So, at the first stage of the EIA process, that is the screening stage, the project plan is screened for the scale of investment, location and type of development, and if the project needs a statutory clearance. The next stage is the scoping stage. Here, the project's potential impacts, zone of impact, mitigation possibilities and need for monitoring is evaluated. The next stage is the collection of the baseline data. In this stage, the consultant's role begins. Here, the experts basically collect the baseline data on the environmental status of the study area. Then, the impact prediction is done. Here, the consultants predicts the positive and negative, temporary and permanent, as well as the reversible and irreversible impacts of the proposed project. The mitigation measures are suggested at this stage as a part of the report underlining the risks that have been identified. After the draft EIA report is prepared, the local public and the concerned stakeholders are identified as affected entities and are invited to engage with the project proponent and the consultants during the public hearing process. Finally, the Impact Assessment Authority and the experts consults the project in charge and the consultants to take the final decision on the EIA and the implementation of the environmental management plan. Now, as per the MOEF's EIA guidelines issued in 2006, the generic format of the EIA document should include the introduction, project's description, environmental description, anticipated environmental impact and mitigation measures, alternative analysis of technology and the site, environmental monitoring program, additional studies, project's benefits, environmental management plan, and finally summary and conclusion. So when we talk about the composition of the above format, details like the project proponent's profile, contact information, brief description of the project, etc. must be included in the report. In this section, the details of the project such as its nature, size, location and significance to the community and the area must be mentioned. The action plan must be properly described in the terms of existing national and international environmental laws. If any restrictions or limitations are imposed by the district administration or the state or central government, these should be included. Details of any litigation pending against the project or the proposed site in any court should be provided here. In the event of the project expansion or modernization, the environmental compliance status of the current project should be provided. Now, let's understand the guidelines that must be adhered to during the construction of the projects. First, let's talk about how the guidelines addresses the rights of the workers. To ensure that the health and safety of construction workers is maintained, adequate provisions for basic sanitation, drinking water, and equipment or mechanical safety must be ensured as a part of EIA report. The next is taking the interest of the local community into account. So, these guidelines for developmental projects insist on highlighting the advantage of the proposed project to the community, the region and the country. Therefore, include beneficial details such as improvement to the project's physical infrastructure as well as any auxiliary business that may emerge as a part of the project. The next is development of supporting infrastructure. The guidelines suggest on improvement to social infrastructure such as roads, train connectivity, township housing, water supply, electricity, drainage, educational institutions and hospitals, among others. Also, generation of employment potential for skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled labor during the construction and operation phase of the project must also be highlighted. Next are the guidelines for waste management at the site. Proper waste management, including garbage collection, segregation, treatment and disposal, should be included in the EIA reporting. Infrastructure, maintenance and citizen security must also be assured. Lastly, there are guidelines for creating awareness about the project as well, for category A as well as B project apart from obtaining the clearance. And lastly, the guidelines on projects monitoring. On the 1st of June and December of each calendar year, the project management must provide a half-yearly compliance report in respect of the previous environmental clearance terms and conditions. Also, all these reports must be made public as per the guidelines of EIA Notification 2006. Now, if you are looking for the assistance of certified NABIT consultants to help you plan and prepare your EIA report, you can contact with our experts from the details shown. At Enterclimate, we help our clients with the environmental compliance related to their developmental project as well as preparation of the 6-monthly compliance report. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.